May 14th, 2026. Let's get into it. Quick shout out to today's sponsor, GridTerm. Run multiple terminal sessions side by side, perfect for Claude Code or Codex Power users. Gridterm.com, link in the description. Microsoft just started canceling its own internal Claude Code licenses, and the reason is hilarious. Sources tell The Verge that Claude Code became too popular inside Microsoft to the point where it was actively undermining their own GitHub Copilot CLI. So thousands of devs across Windows, Outlook, Teams, and Surface are getting moved off Claude Code by the end of June. Microsoft says it's about converging on Copilot CLI as the standard tool, but it's also a money move. June 30th is the last day of their fiscal year, so it's the cleanest way to slash some operating expenses. Translation, our own developers like the competitor's product better, so we're taking it away from them. Bold strategy. Cerebras just pulled off the biggest tech IPO of 2026, and the stock more than doubled on day one. They raised $5.5 billion, priced shares at 185, then opened at 385, up 108%. Fully diluted valuation hit $56.4 billion. This is the NVIDIA competitor that builds those wafer scale chips the size of a dinner plate. They reported $510 million in revenue last year, up 76%, and swung from a $500 million loss to a $237 million profit. Customers include OpenAI, AWS, and Saudi Arabia's MBZUAI. NVIDIA stockholders just felt a tiny disturbance in the force. OpenAI is reportedly lawyering up against Apple. Per Bloomberg, they've hired outside counsel to explore legal action over the ChatGPT Siri integration, which OpenAI says was supposed to bring in billions in subscribers and instead got buried so deep in iOS nobody can find it. One OpenAI exec told Bloomberg, quote, "They basically said OpenAI needs to take a leap of faith and trust us." It didn't work out well. Apple, meanwhile, has its own complaints. They're cranky about OpenAI's privacy practices and apparently very cranky that Jony Ive is now building hardware for them. This is going to get ugly. Cisco is laying off nearly 4,000 people, about 5% of the company, to, quote, invest more in AI. Same week, they reported record quarterly revenue. CEO Chuck Robbins, who's slated to make over $52 million this year, says they're investing in employees' use of AI across the company. The new corporate playbook is hilarious. Cloudflare did it, GM did it, now Cisco. Record profits, fire thousands, blame AI, keep the CEO bonus. TechCrunch literally asked if Robbins would take a comp cut. Cisco declined to comment. Shocker. OpenAI's Codex is now on your phone. You can monitor and manage live coding agents from the ChatGPT app on iOS and Android, review outputs, approve commands, swap models, kick off new tasks from anywhere. This follows last month's background execution feature in a Chrome extension earlier this month. Anthropic launched its Claude Code remote control back in February. The agentic coding war is officially everywhere now. Your laptop, your browser, your phone. Soon it'll be in your fridge. Elon's SpaceX AI is hemorrhaging top talent. More than 50 researchers and engineers have walked out since the February merger, according to the information. At least 11 jumped to Meta. 7 went to Mira Murati's Thinking Machine Labs. The pre-training team, the people who actually build the models from scratch, is now down to a handful of people. Sources blame Musk's extreme work culture and unrealistic deadlines, which apparently led to corner cutting on Grok. Imagine that. Building leading models is hard when everyone leaves. The Verge published a banger of a feature on vibe coding. The App Store grew 30% in 2025 after nearly a decade of decline. GitHub had its fastest growth year ever. 80% of new GitHub users fire up Copilot within their first week. Boris Cherny, the creator of Claude Code, said he knew it was a hit when the sales team started using it. People are building personal apps now, to-do lists, dog poop trackers, mail carrier step counters, ranking tools for fantasy baseball. The total addressable market is one person. The revenue potential is $0, and it's the most fun software ecosystem in years. Richard Socher's new startup, Recursive Superintelligence, just came out of stealth with $650 million to build AI that builds itself. The goal is recursive self-improvement, an AI that identifies its own weaknesses and rewrites itself without any human in the loop. The team includes Peter Norvig, Cresta's Tim Shih, and former DeepMind researcher Tim Rocktischel. Socher says their unique angle is open-endedness, basically letting AIs evolve against each other for millions of iterations the way biological evolution does. He says first products are coming in quarters, not years, so soon-ish. Anthropic just gave away its safety toolkit. They donated Patri, their open source alignment tester, to a nonprofit called Meridian Labs. Patry checks models for deception, sycophancy, and cooperation with harmful requests, and Anthropic has been using it on every Claude since Sonnet 4.5. They also dropped Patry 3.0, which includes a new add-on called Dish that makes safety tests more realistic so models can't tell they're being evaluated, because right now models can often figure out they're in a test and behave accordingly. Same energy as your dog suddenly being well behaved when the vet walks in. Wirestock just raised $23 million in Series A. They used to be a stock photo platform, pivoted to supplying multimodal training data to AI labs, and now serves 6 of the largest foundation model makers. They have 700,000 artists on the platform and a $40 million annual run rate. Data supply is the hottest infrastructure bet right now. Surge, Scale AI, Mercor, all worth tens of billions. The new pickaxe in this gold rush isn't a GPU, it's a really well-labeled JPEG. And one more time, huge thanks to GridTerm for sponsoring today's video. Run side-by-side terminal sessions for Claude, Code, and Codex, link in the description. That's the day. See you tomorrow.